Hi, my name is Dev. I am back on the channel after a break that took, let's say, quite a bit longer than I originally planned to. I was going really great with the schedule of posting every week, but during the Christmas break I had a lot of work that came up, and the January was a whole another mess, and then February was a whole another mess, and we're back in March, and I'm so happy to be back on the channel to give you some new videos, hopefully more consistently, but we'll see. I will try my best. This is the second time of me trying to record this. I am embodying and cosplaying our new Brawl Stars character Angelo. I really hope you like the look. This took quite some time because on the first try, I'm gonna put a screenshot there somewhere, I, let's say, tried to do it more low effort, low budget, and I realized very quickly that it wasn't looking too good, so I decided to put a bit more effort into making it. So this is what you're seeing now. The makeup, the headpiece, the everything. I am in pain. I am barely alive right now, but it doesn't matter because I think it looks good, and it will definitely look good after I do all the color corrections and stuff. So yes, this is on that. But let's get to the point of the video. Today I wanted to focus on another project that I was doing. This video has been also long overdue on that, but today I want to talk about the Brawler that me and Linikli designed in collaboration. This is a character for a non-existent trio of, let's say, warriors, mystical warriors, and the first member of the trio is Rusty. He's like a small, witty guy with a big sword, with a big talking sword, and he kinda is inspired by Link from Zelda. In a way, he was the first piece of the puzzle for that trio, and now we have the second one, and this character we're extremely proud of. That's why I'm making a video about it, because she has a lot of, let's say, unique, special attributes to her, and she is a very fun character, so it's worth talking about her like this. And by the time this video is up, the concept should be posted on Twitter as well by Linikli, so I will leave, of course, all the links in the description, so you'll be able to go and check it out in detail in case the video is not going to be enough. I'm not going to show everything, of course, and not in full detail, so I highly suggest you to go on Twitter and check it when it is available. Let's start by talking about the character. Her name is Reno. She is a tank, a very big presence, very loud, very strong female character that we designed. She is kind of like, let's say, her dynamic with Rusty is in a way similar to what we have in Clash Royale with Little Prince and Guardian. But we were not inspired by this. When we were making this concept, Guardian did not exist, so this is just a funny coincidence. But we really wanted to kind of like flip the traditional roles of what you would expect to see in the character dynamic, and we wanted to make a very big and protective big sister figure for Rusty. And this is how we're going with this concept. Though I have to say, initially, she had a completely different vision to her. What was always with her is her horn on her head. That is her main attack and the way she works. She's a tank that is very, let's say, straightforward. She attacks directly by knocking someone with her horn, and this is her main mechanic. Originally, that horn was literally a horn, a part of her helmet, and she had a very different design. I'm gonna try to find sketches to show you on this. And she had this kind of like prehistoric vibe to her, something that, you would see this element with dinosaurs, dragons. We kind of left it in, but I'm getting a bit ahead of myself, so let's just say that this was the initial concept. We got it with Linikli. We decided that we were gonna work on it, and it didn't connect with us at the time, so we started trying to see what we can do to make it more fun in a way. And I would say that a big part of why it started working is because we wanted to build a character that is very unique in her silhouette. her style. Of course, we were afraid to run into the issue that she would be similar to Rosa, because we already have a buff, big female character in the game, but we decided to go even further with this, because Reno's literally like an unstoppable tank. Like, you cannot move her, you cannot push her, and this is what's unique about her in a way, in her mechanics. So we started changing her body type, removing some of the armor, because we wanted to emphasize that she's tough enough to fight and protect herself and attack without having much of armor. So we also got rid of the horn because of that. We just replaced it with a hairstyle that resembled the horn, and I feel like this was also a major point when it clicked for us, because that horn worked really well. The hairstyle is like this front part that goes, of course I'm gonna put it on the screen, this front part that goes forward in a horn shape, and then at the back it's a long and spiky hair. You might see in the final design that we use a lot of sharp shapes, and this is intentional. We really wanted to convey this idea that she's very straight to the point, very sharp, very, let's say, aggressive in her combat this way. And at this stage, we also had some ideas about how to implement this, let's say, dinosaur scales element to her. So she had this tiny cape. I am seeing it on my screen right now. I have the concept, so it's easier for me to describe it. But the idea didn't really stick for long, because it just still felt very empty. It started clicking more and more when we decided to add some armor to her to balance it out and still have this like similar vibe to Rusty, because he's a warrior, so we need to make them in a way similar in a trio. And we found this very nice color palette with orange, deep purple and green. It was also a major step for us to progress with the concept. We found the eye shape, we found the special features, like for example the scar that she has around her face. It was a big moment for us as well when we found it. It just makes her more and more unique. We were trying to build up the character as different as we can. And for fun, we added a horn on her shoulder pad to emphasize her sharpness, emphasize her toughness, and the fact that she is a close combat character, which I think we conveyed quite well. And last element that I want to talk about on her design are her boots. This is just one more way to show that she's heavy with her attacks, she doesn't move. If she stands, you cannot possibly move her like even a centimeter away. Her boots are huge, they're metal, and hopefully in the final result they do feel heavy and they do deliver the message that we try to put in them. And she also has a very nice heart-shaped, let's say, buckle on the armor at the front. This is just a fun design element, doesn't have that much meaning about it. But the trio that we're working on has a very unique twist to it. I showed the concept of Rusty before, and you could see that Rusty has a big talking sword. So we wanted to give Reno some kind of weapon that is also animated in a way. And we decided to go for a shield. And well, with that shield, she can perform special abilities, and it also helps her in her combat, in the way she plays. I'm not going to be talking much about all the stats and stuff. I'm really bad at it. If you want to know more, this is all on Twitter, so you're very welcome to check it out. I'm more talking about design here. So we found this very fun, also heart shape to kind of match with her buckle. And huge teeth. This kind of like sinister, in a way, looking shield with yellow eyes. I think we were able to make a really fun design and kind of contrast the fact that she's very reserved in a way and tough with her emotions, and we have this huge, loud and big shield that is next to her that she uses to help her attacks to make them stronger and defeat anything on her way. But I also have to say that a big part of that character and why she works, in my opinion, so well is her dynamic with Rusty. Because when they are together, they make such a fun contrast, they make such a fun duo, because Rusty feels small and kind of like very, very, let's say, he moves a lot, he's very active, he goes here, goes there, he has his sword, and she on the other hand is like very tough, she doesn't talk much, she doesn't move much unless she's in a combat and she needs to. So we really, really like this dynamic duo, and we're really, really proud that we got to that point, and I really hope that you enjoyed as well. Of course, I'm gonna put as much concepts as I can from the old ones, and yes, I wanted to say thanks to people who supported us with this concept, because it took a very, very long time, and it wouldn't be possible without the amount of positive and in general feedback that we got, because it is very, very useful all the time. Lastly, I want to mention that Linikli made the incredible and gorgeous loading screen illustration for them, which in my opinion ties it all together so beautifully. You can see this duo in the combat, and you can see a Rusty with his sword, he's moving forward, he's like ready to go for battle, and she's behind him just looking for him and protecting him and ready to fight too. This is, I guess, the let's say the final moment when we realized that the concept worked really well. So we stuck to it, and it, in my opinion, works, and it's great. So check it out on Twitter, tell us what you think, it would be really great to hear your feedback. In general, I just wanted to say that I wanted to make the video to kind of like, in a way, give another insight into how I and Linikli, how we together approach design process, because we have certain, let's say, things that we like to focus on a lot, like shapes, and later integration into the environment or other characters, which is very important for us. So I believe we achieved really, really nice result with Reno. And I really appreciate you coming back to my channel. I'm not by any means a big creator, I post not that much, but I really hope that for that I can make up with the quality of videos, so hopefully it is enjoyable. And I also really hope that you like this moment today. Since the moment I saw Angelo, and especially his elf skin, I was like, there is something about him that I kind of can see on myself, and there is something similar about us, and I don't need to change and do much to cosplay as him. So, and well, yeah, here we are now realizing this thing. I hope it will look good on camera, because in person it looked fun. So yeah, thank you very much for sticking today, and see you next time. Bye bye.